I'm going to do a little quickie project here this weekend. This is a chunk of aluminum. I've already squared it up. You've probably seen 10 people do that, so I didn't really video it. So anyway, so I squared that up. This is one of the AXA tool holders I made that I just made as a blank in case I wanted to use it for something weird or special or whatever. Probably gonna get made into a regular tool holder, I think, or I already marked it. I'm probably gonna put a 5/8 slot in there for hold a little bigger tool than a 1/2 inch. But anyway, what I want to do is on HomemadeTools.net, Paul Jones, he made a nice little holder for his dial indicator on the lathe, but he just put it in a tool holder type of thing. Well, I had a big enough chunk. I go, heck, I'm just gonna cut a dovetail in this. If I had a pen, I'm just gonna cut a dovetail in here, so it slips right on the tool post, and then I'm going to put some holes in it and a couple maybe thumb screws or something to hold a dial indicator mount, so you can just put it on your tool post. On the Logan it's really hard to get a magnetic based indicator holder to mount up solid. There's no like machine flat spots and stuff to make it easy, so it's a pain. So this will really help on the Logan. So we're going to cut a dovetail in this like that. So I thought I'd do a real quick show you. I know other people have shown you, but I might as well. I'm going to do it. So show you how to measure a dovetail, at least a female dovetail. I have a few dowel pins in the shop of various sizes, at least 2 of each. These are quarters, 1/4 inch ones, but you can get them in all different sizes. So have a few 3/8, couple 3/8, quarters, 5/16, 1/8 inch, in all the common type sizes up to 1/2 inch or so, and just have them. They're really quite accurate. Look at this one. This one's 250 and 2/10. Usually this one's 250 and 4/10, 3/10. So it's within a 10. I mean, that's pretty damn good. They are kind of precision made, so it's pretty good. So all you need is 2 pins that are the same size, and you want them to fit not too far out. You want them to make contact on the 2 surfaces where the dovetail is. See here, this is counter sunk down a little bit, right? A step down in the middle here, where you see the milling marks, where you can see the 2 surfaces where the dovetail cutter cut. So you want to make sure you're touching the 2 surfaces, those 2 shiny surfaces in there, right up in here. If I can get the angle right, you can see with the light better, but a little more light, maybe. But that's where you want there you go. That's where you want the dovetail to sit, on those 2 surfaces, not out in here. So you choose a set of pins that are going to work. 1/4 inch work for these real well. This is probably the easiest they make gauges and stuff for this stuff, but this is really easy and this is very accurate. This is an adjustable parallel. I got these off of eBay. If you wait and look for the right time and I got these. These are like brand new. I got them for like $60, 60, something like that. They're expensive new. Yeah, somebody's engraved in them, but who cares? So anyway, put them in there, push them till they're snug. Now you don't have to take them out to measure them. You can just measure across here if you want. See what this is here. So this is 1 inch and 13.5 thousandths. Okay, you could also then, or you can pull them out Well, if you want it, yeah, I should have probably snugged the screws, but you can snug the screws a little bit. Measure it out here too. 13, 1 inch, 13 thousandths. So then anyway, so now I know how big my dovetail needs to be in here when I put the pins in and use the adjustable parallel. I can just rough it. So you can you get a rough measurement right here. This just dials of what you want to mill that square area to. Of course, there's something in mine now. See if they're okay. So you can just rough measure this. This is 1,375. Should be about 1,375, but it's right, well, with the calipers here, it's 1,375. So, you know, you don't have to mill it to that finished dimension though yet. What I'll do is I'll leave that 10 or 15, 20 thousandths proud on each side. So maybe make it like 1,350 or 1,340. That'd be 30 thousandths total. So there, we'll mill that out to 3, or I should say, this is 1.375, right? So we could take that to 10, 20, 30, 1,330, let's say. So we can mill that to 1,330 with just a regular end mill. We'll write that down. And then the finished dimensions on the inside will be 1,013 thousandths. So, and then after we mill this out to little less than the depth, we'll mill it to the less than the depth of where the dovetail obviously is, because this is a critical dimension, that depth. And we can rough it down to close to that, and then what we'll do is then this middle part here, which is a lot narrower, which is about, what's that? Uh, 1,150, good enough. 1,150. We'll write that down. That's that little step down, and we can mill it rough, and then that 1,150 dimension we'll mill it down so it's below where we want to be. So when we do come into the thing is, so when we come into the dovetail cutter, is that we're not cutting all this material away. All we're cutting is where that dovetail is going to be. Okay, I hope that is understandable. So anyway, so we're going to use that as our kind of our sample and gauge, and we're gonna chuck that up in there, and we're gonna make it. This is rectangular, so this is like 1,210 by 1,055. Yeah, it was just a rough chunk, and I saw a cut, and I just cleaned it up in whatever size is whatever size. I'm gonna do it on we'll cut the dovetail through the narrow part. That way we have lots of material out here to put holes and whatever. We'll probably have a 3/8 hole and probably maybe a 3/8 and a threaded hole, so we can put a solid rod or something in, or 5/16 one, or something like that, and then we'll probably have a 1/4 inch hole, so I can take the indicator mounts. I have a little Noga I'll probably use quite a bit on it. That will just slip right in, a little thumb screw. So anyway, here, I'll show you a little. This is a quick little tip. Something makes it kind of easy. parallels. If you want to hold them apart, this is just that foam pipe insulation. It's really kind of stiff stuff, you know, and it's cheap. I just cut a hunk of it to whatever size I kind of need, and it acts like a spring. Stuff it down in there so it's below the height of the parallel. Holds them up, and it can crush right on down to just about any size you want, and it keeps those parallels in there. Oh, here we go. Maybe I should show you this way. This is my, okay, so here's my tip with the foam. So you just stuff it in there between your parallels, holds it. It's spring action, and it's cheap. You know, you get a 4-foot or 5-foot piece of this stuff for $1 or something. Last year, a lifetime, probably. Or you cut little ones, put them in sideways, whatever you want. It's nice, stiff, springy foaming. So it works really well to hold your parallels. I like this stuff. And if it gets trashed, who cares? Throw it away. Cut another one. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that real quick. Tip for the day. Okay, I got my parallels in here, and I got a chunk of foam down in there. I'll take our piece, throw it in there. This way. Get a couple taps. I'm just gonna edge fine the center, so I do get the dovetail in the middle. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna mark that in with the edge finder, 0 there, and then we're gonna come over here and get the edge, pick up the edge here, and then we're gonna use the half function on the DRO. It's gonna divide it in half. All I gotta do is then 0 the DRO out, and then it'll be right in the middle. Zero. There. Then I just go 1/2 X and so we're going to go to, like I said, a width of 1.330. So we're going to do some math. So 415 thousandths off of 0 to each side should do it. Alright, I got the dovetail cutter in, and on that little step up there where the dovetail is going to go, I just set my cutter down on there and zeroed my quill DRO for that, for now. We'll adjust it to the proper depth here. After we're going to get a little bit of that cut, and I'm going to make a quick little measurement there, and then we'll know where we're at. On our depth, and we can adjust it. So we're gonna come in here and start taking a cut. We'll cut a little bit of this out of there. I don't know, you know, maybe half of that, maybe about half of this depth, and then we'll as soon as we as soon as we can get enough, let me put it this way, and get enough in there where we can put our dowel pins, and we'll get a measurement, and then we got an idea where we're going. Yeah, it was just enough for the dovetail cutter to fit through there. It was great. So we went to 150 on each side, and make sure you're clean. Just push it in there. It's going to be less than an inch. Nine five seven five. 957. Close enough. So we're 56 thousandths to go. As far as expansion in the width, it is not necessarily how far you're going to go on the DRO. You have to creep up on this. Yeah, you can sit here and do all the math, but you know, I'm just going to creep up on it and make some measurements. Now, when I did my tool cutters, you know, I did, I don't know, 8 of these things. I measured the first one a bunch of times so I had it right. And then I had I just saved the positions because these were mounted in the same spot, and I could go right to that position, measure it once within a few thousandths, and make one small adjustment and done. So these went very, very quickly, really, after the first one. Okay, 113.5. So right in there, that's what we measured 113.5 on there. So I think that's pretty good, within half a thousandths at bare minimum. So there we go. Dovetail part is done. A little bit of burr cleanup. That's the old same the dovetail cutter. That's the same tool bit even. Then same cutting edge I was using on the tool post, or the tool holders for the tool post. So we'll turn the camera a bit and we'll see how it fits. Okay, knocked a couple burrs off, but here we go. Slips right on, locks right in, solid as can be. Tip it over either way. Pretty nice. Like that design, like that idea so far. So the next thing there we'll do is clean the burrs off. We'll figure out some holes.